Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an update on my rosacea. So this has been a requested video here on my channel. There are a lot of things that I've done since the last time I talked about my rosacea on my channel. I want to say in like May or June, I think. And it was very flared up, very intense. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into the very beginning. I actually have like my little notepad that I filled out last night because I wanted to make sure I covered everything during this video. So I'm gonna start off with what exactly I did when I was really struggling with my rosacea. So like I mentioned, that was probably early summer and my rosacea was really intense. And I do have to put it out there that for me at least, everybody's different. Everybody's rosacea journey is different. First things first. So what works for me may not always work for you. What works for you may not work for me. But the first thing I went ahead and did is I kind of tried to really minimize everything in my cleansing section. Everything that had to do with skincare, I really put to a minimum. I made sure that I only used things that I needed, and that just really kind of allowed me to figure out what was causing the issues. But it wasn't really much my skincare. What was really causing the issue is the fact that my skin is very sensitive to the heat. So whenever it gets really warm here in Maryland, which it actually gets really warm. I know that it's really cold right now, but we have like two extremes. So whenever it gets really warm and there's a lot of humidity here, my skin just can't handle it. It will start to burst out. And even when I'm getting my hair done and I'm put under a dryer and I can feel the heat on my cheeks, it really bothers me and it starts to make them flare up. I do go to a dermatologist. I feel like if you do suffer from rosacea or any skin conditions, you have to first consult a dermatologist so that they can really give you facts. They can really figure out what's going on because like I mentioned, everybody's different. So after I made that video, a few weeks went by. I try to keep my skin with no makeup. When you're having really bad flare-ups, that's what you need to do. Just keep it completely bare. There were some days where honestly I was only using cold water. I wasn't even using like moisturizer because it hurt that bad. So I just constantly through the day, I would just do a little bit of cold water and I was like, this is way too much. Like this is getting way too intense. I need to go ahead and talk to my dermatologist. So I went for a follow-up. I told her that the topical creams that she had prescribed me were just not cutting it. The first time that I went to see her, when it was just, you know, like this, it wasn't anything too extreme, I was prescribed some topical creams. So the ones that she did give me were good for a while. Like I would use them a lot during like the fall and during the spring, and they kind of worked well with me. But it got to the point where in the summer, it wasn't cutting it. Like I needed something more. Like it was doing nothing at that point. And the terrible thing with those topicals that I was prescribed on was that they have that very like oily effect. So they don't dry down, like they don't absorb into your skin like moisturizer. They just lay on top. So I would be walking around during the day with this cream that made me look like I was oily. People would be like, oh my God, are you okay? What's going on with your skin? People would be like, oh my God, you're sweating. Are you okay? And I'm like, it's my topical, guys. Calm down. It's okay. So I just went ahead and just tried to really remain positive. And that's another thing, you guys. It's very hard to be positive when your skin is really messing up and nothing is working. I know. When I was going through it, I really tried everything. And when you're trying so many different things and you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, it gets really hard. So that is when I went and told my dermatologist, I was like, look, nothing's working. My skin's still reacting. I sent her pictures. I'm able to email with them through our portal. So I was able to send her pictures so I didn't have to like go in and pay for it and have to show her and all that stuff. I could get that stuff done ahead of time. She was like, okay, you need to get on a antibiotic. So I went in and we talked about everything. She took a look at it, and I think it's really important also for you to go is because you really want your dermatologist to really look at it. Make sure that there's no other condition going on underneath the rosacea. When you do have rosacea, this top layer is extremely sensitive and very light. So she did give me a prescription. It was for 60 days, and the prescription she gave me was doxycycline. Now the reason I'm giving you guys the name is not because, oh my God, this is gonna work for you, because actually several people that I talked to, they were like, it didn't do anything for me. And this is when I had just gotten the prescription written down, even before I went and like actually got it. So I was already kind of feeling discouraged because I'm like, it didn't work for them, so it's probably not gonna work for me. And at that point, it's very hard, especially when you're going through it, like you're going through the pain and everything, you're like, holy shit, like I'm trying all these things and this just isn't gonna work for me. So I was like, you know what, I just need to push through and try it because maybe it'll be different on me. So I went ahead and tried it, and for me, it worked very, very well. By the end of those 60 days, my skin was probably the best I've seen it in a long time. And I'm not saying that because I want you guys to go get it. I definitely feel like if you do have intense rosacea and you haven't tried that, I would say what you can do is go to your dermatologist, see what they say. If they prescribed you an antibiotic, then good. But if they don't and they prescribe you topicals, then maybe that's what you need. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not here to tell you that this is gonna work wonders for me, because a lot of people told me that it didn't work for them. So it's just really hit or miss and what your body really accepts. So that was the first step that kind of really helped me. So by the end of those 60 days, we were moving into fall. And like you guys know, heat and I are not friends at all. I do not do well in the heat. I have to stay indoors where there is an AC, where I'm just chilling. That's why I can't go to the beach that often, which is really sad, because I used to love going to the beach all the time. Growing up, I would always go to my parents' beach house and it was great. But the thing is that when you have rosacea, you just need to beware, because those sun rays can really attack you. And also the last thing you want is to just have even more issues with your skin. So after that, what I started to do is just really make sure that I kept up with my skin, and I did everything possible to make a very, very simple skin routine. I did post my morning skincare routine. I will have that linked up here so you guys can watch that. That's how I keep it. I don't keep it any more larger than that. I keep it very simple. Also, my nighttime skincare routine is very, very simple. It's literally just me rinsing my face with water and then going in with my First Aid Beauty night cream. Now, if you're somebody that's looking for a good brand recommendation that you should try, I would really recommend you trying First Aid Beauty. They're sold in Sephora. They're a more affordable skincare brand in Sephora, but I really am a fan of their skincare. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's worked so well with my rosacea skin, and it's very sensitive friendly, and I think you're going to really enjoy it if you want something that doesn't have fragrance. So that's what I recommend, and that's what I always use. You can look in my skin drawer in my bathroom. It's all First Aid Beauty, and here and there I have a little splash of like Ole Henriksen and Caudalie, but it's mainly First Aid Beauty. So that's like the only brand that all their products have worked well for me. Everything else, like I've tried Ole Henriksen, some of them are hit or miss. Caudalie, some of them are extreme misses for me. So it's just really playing around with what works best for you. But what I would suggest is if you're trying new products, please do not try more than one product at a time, because you really want to figure out what is causing irritation. So if you're trying 3 different products at once, you're never going to find out what's causing irritation. So try one product at a time, introduce it slowly to what you already have if you want to try something new, and then see how it reacts with you. If it reacts really well, then continue using it. If you want to try another product from that line, then introduce that as well. But don't play with too many things at once. So the next thing that I have to say that has really helped me a lot is eating very clean. And I know it's very easy to say, oh, just eat clean, eat clean. People are like, okay, I hear that all the time, but what does that really mean? So what I had to do for my case is whenever I eat things that are really high in fat and salty, my skin just starts itching, like itching everywhere, and my rosacea kind of flares up even more. Also, if I'm eating dairy, that can cause a lot of my flare-ups. Also, red meat. Red meat is great, but it has a lot of downsides. So I'm not sitting here to tell you to stop eating all those things, but I feel like me cutting a lot of that out has really helped me a lot. So right now, actually, I'm in the middle of doing the 10-day challenge Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod started, which is no carbs, no sugar. And I have to say, I'm on day 6 right now. I have to say, I feel so incredible. Like, I know that sounds crazy because, I mean, we all need our sugar and carbs. Like, this is a little bit excessive, but I really feel like it allowed my body to detox. Now, I'm not doing this because I want it for me to lose weight. I'm doing this because I feel like I needed to cleanse my system out of all that processed bullshit that sometimes our body doesn't need. So I feel like that really kind of helped kind of detox everything out. My skin feels a little bit better. And also I just feel like I have so much more energy, but I'm not telling you to do that. What I am saying is try to eat real food. I know that sounds really weird to say because you're probably like, all food is real food, but like try not to eat out too much. Try not to go to fast food places. Try to eat food that you're making at home. A lot of salads, drink a lot of water, a lot of good fruits. If you're going to be eating meat, make sure that you pick the right one that works for you. I really like chicken and I really like fish, so I like to intertwine. Sometimes I'll have salmon for dinner, sometimes I'll have chicken for dinner. I just really mix stuff up, and I really try to stay away from the high fats, the salts, the red meats, and the dairy. I really completely cut out dairy, and I feel like dairy was one of my biggest triggers with my rosacea. So the next thing that really has helped me going along with the food is the celery juice. So if you guys follow the medical medium on Instagram, you definitely should. He has so much experience and so much knowledge on the celery juice if you want to know more about it. But basically it is a celery juice that really cleanses out your stomach, and especially like liver, and also it helps a lot of people with rosacea, psoriasis, I was about to say psoriasis, eczema, stuff like that. Really helps clear their skin. The reason I saw it and learned about it was because somebody here on my comment section commented about that, and I was like, let me look into this. So I've been drinking a lot of celery juice. I just have my juicer and I just juice a bunch of celery, and I just drink a whole cup of it once a day, every day, and I've definitely seen a big difference. My flare-ups aren't as big as they used to be, and I feel like my skin actually looks a little bit smoother. Like it just looks softer and smoother in this area. The redness isn't ever gonna really go away, but I noticed that it just feels much better. So I would really recommend looking into the celery juice, and you're gonna need a lot of those celery. That's just something that I'm gonna throw out there. I buy a bunch of celery because you need it to get that cup. So the next thing is moisturizing your skin. So that's one of the biggest things. Right now it is winter, it is like 12 degrees outside, and I know it's worse in some other states. Trust me, I know. I've seen in Chicago. I feel for you. I'm thinking about you. It's freaking cold out there. But one thing that really is affected during these very cold seasons, especially if you're outside a lot, is your skin and your rosacea. So my rosacea, my cheeks get extremely dry when it's really cold. Everywhere else is normal because I am an oily skin girl. So like when I mean normal, I mean like it still gets all the normal oils, but the cheeks are so dry. So what I like to do is I moisturize like crazy. I use my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, which you guys see me talk about all the time. I have a huge tub. It's probably like this big. I want to say I got it last year during the Sephora Black Friday sale. It was like for $15. I think right now they have them for like $30 or so, but I'm telling you, I'm not even halfway done with it. It's a huge tub. It will last you so long, so I really recommend that. I know some people like to put it all over their body. I like to use it on my face because I feel like my face is where I really need that moisture. So I keep one like in my makeup room. I have one right here. And then I also keep one upstairs in my bathroom, and then I keep one in my purse just to go whenever I need to really moisturize my cheeks. Now they just came out with a brand new moisturizing cream. It's called the Barrier Cream. I have been using it the past week or so. I want to start a new skincare series on my channel where I try out different skincare products, like maybe one product a month, so I can really test it out. And then by the end of the month, I can give you guys my full-blown thoughts on it. So that's definitely something to be on the lookout for. But I've been using that one, and I just have to say that it's been working really well. It feels very airy. It's not so like thick and creamy like some other moisturizers, but it hydrates the shiz out of my skin. Like my skin looks great right now, and it doesn't feel dehydrated whatsoever. So the next thing that I want to talk about is drinking a lot of water. So I find myself that whenever I drink a lot of water, my skin as a whole thrives. Like my skin looks so much more radiant, it looks so much more hydrated, and it just looks more youthful. So I would really say that if you're somebody that doesn't like to drink a lot of water, I really encourage you to make that a goal for 2019. I know we're still kind of early onto the year, so I would really encourage you to start drinking water. I know water is just such a plain taste, but I'm just a natural water lover, so for me it's no big deal, but try to find a way that will encourage you to drink more water. Whether it's a cute water bottle, whether it's having really cold water, whether it's buying those really big waters, the 1 liter ones, and just drinking it throughout the day. Or just like, I don't know, doing something that you feel like will encourage you to drink water. What I like to do is always carry with me a liter of water, and I just drink it through the day, and I feel like I really get all that water in there. I also like to always drink a cup of water in the morning as soon as I wake up. I feel like it also adds more energy to me, and it makes me just feel more rejuvenated and ready to go for the day. And then at night, I always like to have a cup of water as well. But through the day, I go with my liter water, and it just makes such a difference. And I notice on the days where I forget to drink a lot of water to the days where I drink all my water, there's a big difference. The next thing is don't cake on your foundation. So something that I used to be such a big fan of was literally going in with layers and layers and layers and layers of foundation, probably like 3 layers of foundation. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. This was probably like 3 or 4 years ago, but I was just like a fiend. I was like, oh my gosh, more coverage. But I realized that if you don't need it, don't pack it on. And I find that by me not adding too much product or going overboard with product has really helped my skin in so many ways. I feel like it doesn't make it feel so congested. It prevents a lot of breakouts on my skin, and it also helps my rosacea breathe, which is why when I review a lot of foundation reviews, I always look for those foundations that feel very lightweight, skin-like. I'm constantly saying those words because those are the type of foundations that I like to use on my skin. With this rosacea, the last thing I want is to really pack it on and not let it breathe, that then it ends up flaring up even more. So I would say try to go for a little bit of makeup. Now, I do want to quickly give a shout out to IT Cosmetics, because IT Cosmetics has been that makeup brand that I feel like for everyday use, when I just want an evened out complexion, I don't want to go for a full-blown makeup look. I am a fan of their IT Cosmetics CC creams. So these are the color correcting creams that they sell, and they're absolutely great. They just do such a good job of really evening out my redness and making it look the same tone as the rest of my skin. And it just makes me so happy, because I feel like it's hard to find like tinted moisturizers that have everything you need. So not only is this good for color correcting, but it has that sunscreen. It has 40 to 50 SPF, which if you do have issues with your skin, there's nothing better than having something that has sunscreen in it. Now, am I telling you, oh, this is the only sunscreen you need? No, you should always be wearing sunscreen. Even if you're wearing makeup or you're not wearing makeup, you need the sunscreen, because the sunscreen will protect you from all of the bad rays out there. But I think that it's always great when you do have those really good healthcare benefits in a makeup product, and I feel like IT Cosmetics always offers that, especially for the people that have troubled skin. Every time I would go on their Instagram page or just look at their products, they're always showing people that have troubled skin and how they've helped them go from that to a nice pretty makeup canvas. I feel like a lot of brands, they always just show you the beautiful side of somebody, the the ideal perfect makeup application. But I like that IT Cosmetics uses real people and their real skin problems and then shows you the before and after. It makes it very user friendly. It makes me want to try your product, because I know that you're catering to everybody, not just to the people that have really beautiful skin. I really recommend it. I'm almost done this one, so I'm like, I need to start this one, but this has always been my ride or die, and it's got me. I feel like once I accepted the fact that I had rosacea and I had to work with it, was when I really started to kind of enjoy seeing what worked for me and trying new things, and get really excited when I did find products that worked for me, because they're working for me right now. Maybe they won't work for me forever, but at least something is working now. And I feel like a large part of that is focusing on the present and not thinking about the future of the skin issue you may have. So just continuously focus on what's working right now, and as you go with time, you can figure out if it's still working for you, if it's not working for you. I'm not saying that all products will not work for you like in 5 or 6 months, but there are some products that will definitely be like, okay, it's working right now, but it's not gonna work in the next 6 months. But there has been products for me like First Aid Beauty Skincare, IT Cosmetics, and like, you know, the stuff that I've done, like eating healthy and stuff like that, that's been consistently working for me, that I'm just like, yes. But I do have to say that every time summer comes around, I love summer, I love that it's warm, but it's a struggle for my skin. And like I mentioned, when you have rosacea, you just have to be very patient. I remember that when I first got rosacea, I was like, oh my God. Like, there was moments where I really was just really depressed, and I just didn't want to move. I was always sleeping. I would come home and just sleep. I would come home and just sleep. And you just have to realize that it's a trial and error situation and you're blessed to be alive. So you just have to keep finding things that work for you and continue to do the things that do work for you. You just have to be positive and hopeful that things will continue to get better for you. But with a negative mindset, things won't get better, because the time that I did hold that negative mindset about my rosacea, things were just almost getting worse for me. Because you already have that mentality in your brain that things are bad, they're just never gonna get better. So you always have to keep a very positive mindset, be very patient with it, and I promise you, if you do follow some of these things, you will definitely be moving towards the right direction. Those are all the tips that I wanted to give you guys and all my updates for my rosacea. Right now, we're doing pretty decent. Definitely the rosy cheeks is there. There's a little bit of a flare up, but it's not as bad as it could be. I do feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of rosacea on my nose, which does suck, but there's nothing that I can really do about it. So I just have to remain positive and know that I'm healthy, I'm alive, and I just gotta keep going. And there's always makeup that I can use if I wanna cover up certain blemishes, which is why I love makeup so much, because I feel like it's always there for you. It's got your back. So yeah, I wanted to do this video without any makeup on because I want you to know that I have rosacea and I'm proud of it, and I'm here to let you guys know that no, I'm not perfect, but I'm always trying to make sure that I can do everything I can to keep my rosacea being better instead of getting worse. So I got you guys, and I really hope that this video was super helpful. I try to do my best to give you guys a really in-depth update video, and really, I legit, you guys see, like, I wrote stuff down because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. So if you guys have any questions or want to share your stories or your experiences with certain things for rosacea, then please go ahead and feel free to include them down below in the comment section. And I'm telling you guys, I'm always here for you guys. You guys always leave me the sweetest comments, and just know that this is why my channel is here and alive, because I always want to help you guys. So thank you so much. If you guys did enjoy watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these types of videos. I for sure will continue to keep you updated on my rosacea journey, whether I go see another dermatologist or try things that can help rosacea. I'm always here to give you guys my experiences, because I know that that can help somebody, and if I'm helping somebody out, at least one person, that makes my life. So thank you so much for that. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and stick around. So go ahead and subscribe down below. That would make my day so much better. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video here on my channel, because you guys know I bring you guys some great content. So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.